We could survive that. We could survive that. We could survive it.
Hello and welcome to We Could Survive That, your survival guide to the movies. My name is Jack and today I'm joined by a man who once released all the Mickey Mouses from Disneyland and they caused chaos and ate everyone. It's Chris.
It was a beautiful and glorious day as the mouses rose up to reclaim the land and were quickly shot down by the authorities.
Yes, they didn't stand a chance, did they?
No, not really. Cartoon mouses run around. But hello, everybody.
Yes.
Wow, I said that weird.
Yeah.
That's okay. Nobody seems to mind. Anyways,
You wait till all the letters come in of you sounding pervy. Never mind. Today we are talking about Jurassic World, which was just released today.
Today.
That's why we could see it, because it was out today, and why we couldn't see
Yay.
it yesterday. But yeah, it's
Go us.
good. Yeah, well done us. We watched it. Quite a good film. And we're going to try and review it.
Review it or survive it?
Well, we'll review it first, and then
Oh.
we'll do all that other stuff.
Okay then. So watch
First-
or don't watch.
Are we jumping in with that straight away?
I thought you said review it first.
Are we gonna build up to it?
Oh, apologies.
We'll build
Right,
up
go
to
on.
it. Keep them waiting whether they should or shouldn't watch it. They
Okay.
probably should watch it.
They
shouldn't
probably
they?
should watch it. It's pretty
Yeah,
intense.
even if it is just to make up your own mind. First point I've got here. Did you mind most of the dinosaurs and everything being CG and not practical animatronics and stuff? I counted one practical brontosaurus in there. Did you see any other animatronic-y things?
Nope.
No.
And it didn't bother me being CGI because it was quite well done.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Even the raptors, when they were up close and stuff, they didn't look too computery.
No, they all worked fine. It didn't bother me.
Going back and watching the first Jurassic Park, the CGI especially does show its age a bit.
Show
but
its age, right?
It does, yeah. CGI in this is good.
It's spot
very
on.
good.
It works very nicely, yeah.
It looks like it's coming at you. Although that was probably just because we were watching it in 3D.
Yeah, watching it in 3D, that's why. I don't think it's because of the CGI.
Yeah. Oh dear. Did you enjoy the film, even though the hype for human dinosaur hybrids there was a lot of controversy in early scripts that were leaked that the film was going to contain dinosaur human hybrids. There was even concept art of these things floating about on the internet. I don't know how much of that was actually planned, but did you know about this?
I did not know anything about it at all.
Would you have wanted that?
Not really, no.
Oh.
Jurassic World, I want to see dinosaurs. Yes, there's a hybrid dinosaur, but it was two dinosaurs that were hybrid, mixed together. So that was fine. Human dinosaurs would have ruined it. No, it wouldn't have been a Jurassic Park / World film then, would
if
it?
you do, after this, go and have a look at the concept art that's out there, it is pretty terrible. So
I
think they made the right call in scrapping that bit.
Are you sure they didn't leak them on purpose just to get some hype about the film? And then
Good, they
pretended
got
to
angry
put it
hype.
in?
They got angry hype from it, yeah. They were not happy at all about that. Glad that was kept out.
What dinosaur and humans were they put together?
A Triceratops.
And
To make Triceracop. From
Tricera
Kung
what?
Fury. Which we will probably cover next week.
oh hell yeah,
We're going to jump on that hype train.
on the hype
The
train.
Kung Fury hype train.
I know, it's pretty
Once
epic.
we've disembarked from the Jurassic World one. Was it nostalgic enough for you?
Well, it had a lot of references to the first film.
Yeah. I got a list of Easter eggs. Would you like me to go through them?
Yeah, sure, fire
Would you,
away. We should probably mention, if you've not seen the film, this is spoilers.
Yes.
Everything in this is going to be spoilers.
Yes.
Everything. Alright, that's your warning. No more.
Right. Yeah. Easter eggs. Jeff Goldblum, although not in it, was there in spirit. And his character's book was visible in a couple of shots. You could see his picture on the back of it, and I thought that was quite good.
I missed all of these, by the way. I didn't see any Jeff Goldblum
He
pictures or anything.
He was there. He was in the background. There was a Spinosaurus skeleton as well that got smashed by a T-Rex. I think that was just a major finger to the third one when the Spinosaurus killed the The T-Rex.
Do you think that was
We
meant to
don't
be a
speak
reference
of
to
that
it?
film. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was
okay.
definitely a major. Fuck you.
Fuck you to the T-Rex in the previous film. All right.
Yeah, and again, all the merchandise from the park, because they rebranded to Jurassic World. One of the tech guys in the thing was told off for wearing a Jurassic Park T-shirt.
Jurassic Park T-shirt. 'Cause
Yeah,
it was disrespectful to everybody that died in the first film.
yeah, and there was all the lost world. No, all the lost merchandise.
Lost merchandise.
from the old headquarters building in there. So that was also a nice.
I.e. the vehicles and the night vision
Yeah.
goggles they used in the first film. They were all.
They were all
they were in
present
there.
and accounted for, along with bronze statue of Richard Attenborough's character.
Dr. Hammond.
Yeah, that was in the foyer bit.
I noticed that. It was holding his walking stick that had the
Yeah,
amber on top of it that had the mosquito inside it, didn't it?
yeah.
So yeah, that
So
was in
they
there.
were all nice touches. I was hoping when the two kids were wandering around the old headquarters bit for Jurassic Park that they'd wander into the kitchen, open up the fridge door, and the skeleton of a dead raptor would fall out onto them, because
They trapped one in there, didn't
yeah,
they?
yeah. I can't imagine anyone going back just to release that one raptor from the fridge. So that would have been funny.
They probably
They're
they
exploring,
probably would have to.
open it up, and then dead raptor.
No, I
Unless
reckon,
it's alive in there, just been living off fish fingers.
Or yeah, perfectly preserved. No, I reckon they would have had to have gone back and let it out. So animal cruelty.
Would you? They abandoned that island straight away.
Yeah, and look, they've all
Oh.
gone back to it again. So you know.
Yeah, they just let all the first wave of dinosaurs die. Although no, the T-Rex in the film is meant to be the T-Rex from the original park. So
The first film.
yeah,
How
yeah.
was it still alive?
Well, I don't know. They've got exceptional lifespans, but you saw it had older scars on its neck from when
Yeah.
it was attacked by the raptors in the foyer from the first film. But
I
yeah.
did not know that was meant to be the same T-Rex from the first film.
Hmm.
I had no idea at all.
Good old Rexy.
I've missed so many of these references.
Yeah. Only one returning character from the first film. D.B. Wong plays Henry Wu. He's the chief scientist there that makes all the
hybrids
dinosaurs
and
and
splices them
stuff.
together.
Yeah, so he's the
Splices them.
yeah.
Splices them.
He's there.
Don't
And
remember him
he
from
had
the
a much
first film.
larger. No, he only had a bit part in that, but yeah, he turned into quite an integral character, didn't he?
He sold out is what he did.
He did. Yeah.
He sold out, he took the bribe, and look what happened, it all went wrong. What did I say? Never take bribes.
You actively encourage bribe taking in
No
all
idea. No idea
in
what you're talking about.
everything. We have proof of that in what was it, the Daredevil episode? Probably.
No idea, because I
No.
wouldn't say anything like that. I'm completely against
No.
bribe taking.
Speaking of Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio is in this, who played the Kingpin, and he's antagonist, would you say, or main human antagonist, and he's sufficiently
he's the-
creepy and
Yeah, main human antagonist.
and Chris Pratt
Wants to
Chris,
weaponize raptors.
yeah, and Chris Pratt is
Star-Lord.
sufficiently Chris Pratty in it as well, isn't he?
Sufficiently. What does that mean?
Sufficiently Chris Pratty, you know, he's fun and jovial and jokey.
But he gets shit done.
He does get the shit done. He
The
takes
shit done.
He gets the shit done.
I like that.
He does not mess about when doing the shit.
The shit.
Yes. So yeah, acting and everything. Any complaints?
No, I enjoyed all the film. I was hoping that when the T-Rex was released from its paddock, they did like a big, massive Jurassic Park theme moment. I wanted the theme to kick in at that point as it came out to be like, oh, it's amazing, but it didn't. But I like how she had the red flare, so it followed her just how they done in the first one with the red flare, didn't they? Surely that T-Rex must have seen the flares and thought, fuck's sake, stop shining waving flares in front of me.
He's like, again, really? Oh. No, yeah. That T-Rex should be retired now from...
Should be retired, but no, he's still working, he's still out on it, doing his ting.
Yeah. Poor T-Rex.
Or Rexy.
But we are not reviewers, are we, Chris?
We are not
we
reviewers.
are survival experts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we still playing that card?
We're still playing that card. That we
yes,
can still do
we
it,
are
yeah.
definitely survival experts.
Right. So, in short, watch or not watch?
Oh yeah, give it a watch. It's
yeah.
not as bad as I feared it would be. I didn't really have high expectations.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I went into it a little bit. Why are they bringing it back? Because the first one's really good. But yeah, I think they got it right with how people were bored of dinosaurs. I think they played that card a bit too much because every other scene, one of the kids was on their phone or staring weirdly at girls.
Yeah,
His pickup technique is not good. The old brother.
What, just staring? Yeah, the
Yeah.
girlfriend as well.
I know.
And he was just staring at all those other girls.
Yeah.
I was just screw that. There's dinosaurs in front of you.
Look at them.
Look at the dinosaurs.
Yeah. So, if you're looking for pickup techniques, don't do that.
Don't watch a film. Oh, saying that, Chris Pratt's character, Owen, gets the gal in the end, don't he?
Gets the gal.
Gets the
Or
gal.
does he? Maybe he dies.
I don't know. When they walked out the hang at the end, like a rogue pterodactyl could have come down and just killed one of them.
Oh, loads of pterodactyls escape.
Yeah, there was so
if that's
many.
not, I think they'll do a sequel, and if that's not mentioned in the sequel, that will be.
You think it'll be Jurassic World?
Yeah, because they.
2? No, it won't be called Jurassic World 2, would it? What would it be called?
Well, they got the important character that makes the dinosaurs off the island. They got DB Wong off there, so I think that's what they're setting up for. And I think it's in safe hands if they do a sequel, because this one was
ruin
okay.
They done this. It was nice. It tidied it all up. Although at this point, it's just the park's messed up again. Stop trying to make the theme park with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Every time you do, it goes wrong. Surely they must have realised. Do you think like Sam Neill's characters and Jeff Goldblum's characters are just watching this on the news thinking, "Yep, knew this would happen"?
Why did they do this?
I bet when they heard that
sods.
park was opening, they avoided it at all costs.
Yeah,
like,
or
not
wrote a
going near there
book
at all.
as to why you shouldn't go, and then made a lot of money off of that book.
Well, Jeff
I suspect Jeff Goldblum did. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably what his book's about that we keep seeing.
So then, what's next? Are we done with the review? We're going to jump onto the
Yeah,
survival aspects. what
I'm.
the people are here for.
Are they?
Yeah,
Oh, is that what we do?
they're here to hear me talk about surviving.
Okay, go on.
You're along for the ride.
I'm along for the
basically.
ride. I drive. I point you in a survival situation and just let you off the lead.
That's it, pretty much.
That's what we do.
And I go absolutely rogue on it.
Okay, try this one on for size. Our
Uh-huh.
first look at the Indominus Rex
Which is the hybrid, we should point out.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
a real dinosaur, in case anybody hears that name and thinks, that's not a real dinosaur, they've messed
It's
everything
not
up.
a real dinosaur. It's a mix of, what did they say, T-Rex, cuttlefish, raptor,
a bit
and
of frog,
a frog.
in it. It's got a bit of frog in it.
Just for good measure.
The main two's T-Rex and Velociraptor. Then it's got some strands of DNA from the other two species in it.
Yeah, no human.
No, luckily, no human
No
DNA.
Triceratops here, which would have been awesome. But no,
No.
the Indominus Rex escapes from its cage by pretending to have climbed over it, luring Chris Pratt's character, an engineer, and one of the guards into the paddock, and it sneaks up behind them and chases one of the engineers down, grabs him, rips him in half or eats him or whatever.
Grabs him with his hand, doesn't he? He's got
one of his clawy hands, and then chases Chris Pratt and the guard out, where they hide. Well, Chris Pratt dives under a jeep and hides there, and the security guard hides at the front of a jeep, just sat there. Indominus Rex sniffs him out, throws the car away, and munches on the guard.
He just sits there, though, after the car's been knocked away. He sits there, just like looking at Chris Pratt's character, like, why? Why am I? I give up. Chris Pratt.
Well, he's probably thinking it's like a T-Rex. It wouldn't be able to see him if he stood stock still. But didn't work out, did
Maybe.
it?
I think he was frozen in fear, or he'd just given up.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see when he was trying to run from it? He couldn't even run properly. He had a limp.
He
or something,
only
didn't he?
needed to run faster than the engineer.
Yeah.
I think he should have ran straight out the door, because the enclosure gate shuts on the Indominus Rex and traps it for a little bit. I would keep running back around to the security quarters where he was in the first place, where he keeps an eye on the Indominus Rex, because that couldn't have been too far away. And he had a good
I don't think he would have made
10-ish seconds
Yeah,
before.
even then. Did you see how he was running, though? He wasn't even running. He was fast walking at best. Like,
Was he just like, it was fine. I'll
Yeah,
just
he
go
was
for
limping really
a jog.
badly.
Just go for a little jog. So you think he couldn't have made it? I don't. Oh, how
Yeah.
far away? How far away was the security room for that enclosure?
Just
then?
round the other side, like
Yeah.
you said.
He could have made it then. Not too far.
Well, obviously he was too scared, wasn't he? That's why he hid down by the car. Just a big wimp. Should have taken that bribe earlier and left.
What bribe?
Well,
he was
don't know.
never
But
bribed.
you shouldn't take bribes. Never ends well when you take bribes. But he should have taken one in this instance.
To do what?
What? I don't know. Leave early. I don't know.
To leave
Swap
a...
shifts with Jimmy. Why didn't he swap shifts with Jimmy?
Poor... Who's... Oh, for God's
Well, we won't know because he didn't get any screen time because he didn't swap shifts.
Well, so Jimmy's just a side character that you've made up who should have
No,
died
no,
in
I'm
this
pretty sure
guy's
he's
place.
in the credits. Jimmy, played by who cares? So I think I would have survived by because when they get attacked, Chris Pratt and the engineer run one direction and the security guard runs in the other.
Well, no, the security guard tries opening the big gate. Chris Pratt and the engineer run for the smaller gate, which leads right to the security room. But the Indominus Rex jumps in front and is between Chris Pratt and the engineer. So they have to run all the way back to the big gate.
Well, the
The
engineer
guard-
then gets grabbed and eaten. All you
Yeah.
have to do is outrun Chris Pratt.
Well, Chris Pratt is
What?
let's face it,
What?
he's in good shape.
So you can be muscular, but
He's
you
a
can,
man that is familiar with the inside of a gym.
just because you've got big
He's
muscles
spent
does
his
not
fair
mean you can
time
run fast.
on a treadmill. Clearly.
What makes you think that though?
Well, he's got to be able to outrun raptors. He's
But
got
you wouldn't be able to
do
outrun
that
a
sort.
raptor.
Yeah, he manages to sneak past when he's saving the pig wrangler. That's a pig
He doesn't
wrangler.
sneak past at all. What are you talking about?
He's faster than him. He sneaks backwards and manages to jump onto the gate before it
That's
closes.
a tiny little distance.
Yeah, exactly, but he
That's
outruns them.
He doesn't outrun him. He dives.
He's a
backwards.
short distance sprinter, and the engineer
Right.
is more of a marathon runner. So, over a long distance,
Right? Are you?
the
are you
engineer
sure?
could have had him.
Oh, really? So if there'd been more room, you're saying the engineer would have outrun him.
Yes.
Because he's actually
He's a long distance runner. Yes.
He does marathons
I'm adding.
every other week.
I'm adding a rich backstory to this character
this
that was in
character
it
who
for
wasn't
about
even
5
named.
minutes. So yeah,
Okay, so you were fine, all right, outrunning the security guard. Well, you know how Chris Pratt, when he was hiding under the Jeep, he cut the cable, didn't he, and doused himself in fuel?
yeah.
Or cut the fuel line?
That's only because Bryce Dallas Howard's character Claire told him to change his shirt because the Indominus Rex doesn't like oily smells. So that's the only reason he
I was
knows how to do
thinking-
that. So maybe if the security guard had been more friendly with Claire, then he would have known this tidbit that saved Chris Pratt.
I don't think it's because I think she was just changing him to tell it because she found the smell offensive. The only reason he doused himself in that is because when she told him he's got the tasting like a snake. That's how she put it. How they like taste the air, so pick up the scents.
So you think he was just hiding his smell rather than
that's what
trying
he was
to put
doing.
it off?
No, he was
Okay.
hiding his smell. That's why
He wasn't going to set
that's why it
himself on
walks
fire
off.
and run out after it and go, I'm
No.
the Human Torch! I don't want to be Star-Lord anymore.
See, what I would have done if I was the security guard.
You would have pointed to Chris Pratt and gone, eat him.
I probably would have, like, if Chris Pratt was hiding under there, I would have been like, hang on, let me come to you. And then I would have belly rolled over to him.
Combat roll.
Combat rolled, belly rolled. What the fuck's belly rolled? Combat rolled over to
Do
him.
the worm.
And then I would have grabbed him and been like, you can outrun it. And I would have thrown him out.
Poor Chris
He would have
Pratt.
tried wrestling me, but I would have overpowered him as
What,
he was a larger fellow.
do either of them have keys to the
No.
trucks? Because they could have jumped in there.
Well, I don't know, the security
driven
guy
away.
might have had them, but Chris Pratt's character wouldn't have had them, would he? 'Cause
No. How did
he
he get
arrived
there?
with the woman,
Yeah.
with Claire. A lot of Mercedes product placement. Like
Yeah.
all the cars all seemed to show the Mercedes badge, didn't they?
Coca-Cola product placement. Beats
I only saw
by
that
Dr.
once.
Dre.
I saw the Beats once and I saw Coca-Cola
Yeah.
once, but Mercedes appeared like 3 times.
And now we're giving them more product placement.
Yes, to everyone that listens here.
Well done, Mercedes.
Drive your Mercedes while drinking your Coke and
You-
listening on your Beats headphones.
Yeah, you tricked us into giving you more coverage.
You
So,
bastards.
survive by,
Outrunning Chris Pratt.
who is a sprinter.
I would have tripped him up.
You would. That's mean.
Like, as he was running, I'd have
Throwing
been
a
like...
stick at him or something.
I'd
Throwing
be
your
like-
hard hat. At
Well,
him.
yeah, exactly. He's wearing a hard hat. I would have been like, Owen! He would turn around, I would have been like, crack with my hard hat. straight in the face. He'd have been down on the floor. Then while the what's it called?
Indominus Rex.
Indominus Rex was having the fun with Chris Pratt's character ripping the shreds.
Well, it was still running while it was eating the engineer, so
Well,
I don't
okay,
think the
then.
Indominus
I don't
Rex
care.
has many table
I reckon
manners.
the engineer could outrun the security guard. So once you go around Chris Pratt, all you got to do is outrun the security guard.
Yeah.
Dash yourself with fuel. You're good to go.
Or have a quicker closing door.
Yeah, it did close very slowly, didn't
Yeah.
it?
And have spikes at the end of it.
Why spikes?
So if something does get caught, it's spiked to death.
Yeah, but what if a human got caught in it?
Then they would have been spiked to death. Or crushed if they
terrible.
get caught in
No.
that. The only reason the Dominus Rex doesn't get crushed is because it's just
Muscle.
huge, yeah.
It just overpowers everything.
So spikes, running faster, all good hints for outrunning genetically modified dinosaurs.
Yes. Just make sure you're in
Why
good
weren't
shape
we put
when
in
you
charge
visit.
of Jurassic Park?
Well, because this wasn't Jurassic Park, this is Jurassic World. That's
Oh,
why.
sorry, they had a rebranding.
Although, did you know in America it has two titles? It's Jurassic Park 4, as in the letter 4. Fuck's sake, as in
The
the
letter
number
4.
The number 4. So yeah, we're done with Roman numerals. So it's actually called Jurassic Park 4 in America, according to the website. Anyway, that's what it's called in America.
Okay. So that was fairly easy.
Fairly simple ways to survive there.
Yeah. So
Being
also
in good shape and outrun things.
yeah. Also the asset containment unit team are next up. They
Slaughtered.
try to capture the Indominus Rex, and I think this whole thing would have gone a lot smoother for the asset containment unit if Henry, the guy that made the dinosaur, had kept them in the loop as to what the dinosaur could do. So camouflage and quite clever and raptor communicating skills.
He didn't know.
This whole
though.
thing could have been a lot easier if Henry had just been a bit nicer.
But he didn't know, did he, though? Because he said, yeah, they use strands of the fish to help with his rapid aging, but he didn't know the camouflage thing would transfer over.
He must have known.
No, he even says he didn't know.
He's lying. I don't
Why?
trust him.
Oh, because he's sold out to the kingpin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically they're walking through a forest bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
Dense wood area with quite a nice stream. It's quite peaceful, actually.
Apart from the gigantic dinosaur.
That is correct, yes. And they go through, they're following this tracking beacon, and then they find a bit of flesh that's been ripped out, where the dinosaur has ripped out its tracking
Implant
device.
thingy madoodle.
Because it remembered where they put it, and is smart enough to know to remove it.
I think it was just irritating it and it just scratched a bit too hard and it came out.
Nah. Come on, give it credit. It ripped that thing right out of there. So, kudos to the dinosaur for doing that. He picks it up. He gets some blood dropping in from a leaf. He looks up, they look around, then the dinosaur appears out of nowhere because it can kind of camouflage itself.
Yeah.
He gets killed near enough straight away. Well, he gets picked
He's
up,
picked up and then
thrown, dropped, and then
Stepped
he gets
on.
stepped on. And then the others, they're all trying to shoot it, and they each sort of get killed. I think some of them do survive. It doesn't show all of them dying.
yeah, no, I think some of them managed to clamber back onto the jeep and get away.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they'd been more informed, and maybe more of them, and maybe the stun guns that they've got.
Yeah, didn't seem
Get-
very powerful, did they,
No.
at all?
Get that, but like a Gatling gun version of it.
Rapid fire. Sort.
Yeah.
Um,
Or just use a Gatling gun. I've got for my next point. Why wasn't the Gatling gun the first line of defense? I know they wanted to preserve the animal, but
exactly.
still, Gatling gun, open with a Gatling gun, and
to
that
what? Wound
should
it enough?
no to murder it. Open with a Gatling gun, and then 99% of your problems will be solved. Any problem you have, you can't open a tin Gatling gun.
But they what? No, that's
Any
not how
problem.
it works. No, sir. Because then the bribes start coming in.
No
So
bribes.
to use the Gatling gun. Well, no Gatling gun then.
Okay, what was your preferred gun to take down a dinosaur?
Bazooka, which
yes,
they
do
use.
Yeah.
They blow a raptor out of it. One
Yeah.
raptor they blow it with it. That was a bit
That's
overkill, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Bloody hell!
That's
they
the first
exploded
time that a gun is used to kill a dinosaur in the Jurassic Park franchise. Because Muldoon doesn't get a chance to shoot his gun at the raptors. There's a lot of safari guys, but they only use tranquilizers in the second one. And the mercenaries that are hired in the third one are useless.
Yeah.
They get eaten almost immediately.
Yeah.
So they don't get a chance
it's no
to
good at them.
kill a dinosaur. So yeah,
There's another
that
thing.
poor raptor blown up, first one shot. Oh.
You know how when they were trying to stun it and capture it, the one guy shot the big net thing around its mouth,
Mm.
and then all it did was it just reached over its hands and just literally pulled it off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bigger net gun.
was it even on there tight? It didn't even look like it struggled. It literally put its hands up and just pulled it straight off of its mouth. I mean,
Bigger
it
net
didn't
gun.
even struggle.
They should have gone for like something to wrap its legs up as well.
I was just thinking that, yeah, some sort of gun that would have fired.
And
something around
if
its
they
legs.
contained it, because they didn't have like a flatbed truck or anything to transport it,
Yeah,
once
what are they
they'd
going to do
sedated
with it?
Just leave it there, build a cage around it.
They'd probably have to helicopter in. I don't think they'd be able to drive anything in that deep.
Yeah,
So
it was
it's-
quite dense
Yeah.
forest, so
Um,
they were not prepared. If Henry had just been straight with them,
and told
then-
them what was what.
mm,
But another thing, I wouldn't have because when they was shooting it and stuff, I would have made sure I always had a teammate next to me. So if I got
you
picked
just
up,
push him in front.
if I got picked up, the teammate could have shot, and at the same time, I could have used them as a sacrifice, as it were, to appease the sun gods.
Not the Indominus Rex.
No, that's what I'd done. Why everyone's fighting a T-Rex? I would have got one of the guys, strapped them to the floor, done a ceremonial sacrifice where I cut their heart out to appease the sun gods, to fire down a beam of light to destroy the T-Rex. Not T-Rex, the hybrid Rex thing.
The hybrid Rex.
What's its name again?
Indominus Rex. That
Dominus
one,
Rex.
yeah.
That's it. I keep forgetting.
No.
And also, to throw somebody at it. That's what I'm always. Now, whenever you're in fear for your life and you've got to run, like in that instance, I probably would have retreated. As soon as the main guy died, got stepped on. 'Cause he was
Ship
the
every man
commander.
for himself.
Yeah, well, he was the commander, wasn't he? So as
He
soon
was
as
the only
died-
trained one. We're all screwed.
Yeah, as soon as he died, I would have been like, screw you guys, I'm going home. And then I would have, just tied and legged it while pushing other people towards him. I would have shot some of the other people to stun them.
But so they
and then, yeah, and then the, oh, fuck's sake.
Indominus.
A Dominus Rex could then munch on them. And I would have jumped onto my personal jetpack or something.
Or just kept the keys to the truck.
Or the
Go,
keys to the truck,
but
yeah.
I'll be right with you guys. And
Go
then just
for
drove
it.
off
Yeah.
as soon as you saw
Idiots.
the shit was hitting the fan. So, yeah.
Another thing I like, the vests they wear. What is bulletproof vests that they were wearing?
Why? Yeah, that's
Why
a
are you
good
wearing
point.
bulletproof vests? Well,
Also,
get a dinosaur-proof vest.
yeah, like chainmail and stuff. I am irritated that the film opened with a Christmas song as well.
Why?
It was set Christmas.
Actually, yeah, you did
That
seem
made
quite
me-
angry at that because
that
you
made me
even
very
said some.
Christmassy. So
But why?
I'm now Christmassy in the middle of June, which is not good.
Yeah, as we're
I'm not
hitting
happy
summer.
about that because now I have to wait for Christmas.
Oh, I did him.
So yeah,
So how
yeah.
would you survive it? What would you have done?
stayed in the truck, Gatling gun,
Yep.
sorted.
I like it. It's all plausible things you could have done, I
Yeah.
suppose. Flamethrower.
Illegal.
Flamethrower the entire area.
It's banned by
Napalm strike.
EU war criteria and stuff, but it doesn't say anything about using a flamethrower on a dinosaur hybrid.
That
So
is true.
legally, you're good with that.
Should have napalmed the area.
Just taken out.
Like, it probably would have
everything.
burned everything around it and killed
Yeah.
countless more dinosaurs, but we would have got that sucker. We would have
Well,
got him.
I'm getting on to that bit now. The new Richard Attenborough character, is named Simon, played by a well-known Indian actor. I'm going to butcher his name. I'm so sorry. Irfan Khan, I think. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong, but I liked him as a character.
He took over from Dr. Hammond.
Yeah, he was he's good. But issue I have with him, terrible helicopter pilot. He goes out with a Gatling gun,
Is
so
this in
he's got points.
Is this the next set of deaths, by the way?
Yeah.
It is, okay.
He
yep,
goes
got-
out with a Gatling gun and
With
two
two-
security guards that can operate this, and he flies over the Indominus Rex where it is, and the two security guys start shooting at it, and the Indominus Rex runs into the quote unquote aviary, which is colloquial for giant dome full of terrifying pterosaurs that will eat you in the face. And the Indominus Rex smashes through that, releases all the pterosaurs, which causes havoc with Simon's flying and causes him to crash the helicopter into the aviary. So, get a better guy on the Gatling gun that can aim properly.
Yeah, I must admit, when he was shooting at the hybrid, he was constantly hitting the ground behind
missing.
it as it was running. Here's
And
what
it's
you've
a
done.
Gatling gun.
All you
You
gotta do
don't
is just
really
aim up
even
a bit
have to
high.
aim properly.
No,
It does the work for you.
obviously he was hitting the ground behind it, so that means as the dinosaur was running, he was pulling the gun up, trying to move it. Just pull it up a bit faster. You would have hit the bloody thing.
He'll probably blame the pilot for
for
holding
the
it
bad
steady.
flying on that.
So, yeah.
Did you notice some of the hybrids inside the dome? Pterodactyls that had like T-Rex's head.
Oh no, they were just like different versions of pterosaurs because they were slightly small. There's loads of different flying dinosaurs.
Really, I thought it was another hybrid because they
would have made a bigger deal about that. Sure.
But then the doctor dude said, was it Doctor Wu?
Henry.
Or was that his real name?
Henry Wu. Yeah.
Oh, Henry Wu. Yeah. He does say that they've been splicing other animals together, haven't they? When they've been missing genomes.
That's like frogs and stuff when they're making it. Because I think that was also a jab at recent discoveries or recent theories that dinosaurs might have had feathers. So that might have been what that dig was at.
Really, I didn't. See this at all.
No, because they thought dinosaurs might have had, or some dinosaurs might have had feathers.
I know that some dinosaurs might have had feathers, but when you said dinosaurs, I thought like a T-Rex, looking like a chicken or something.
It could have done. We don't know.
That's true. I like how we imagine they look. They look awesome that way.
They look terrifying.
They look brilliant.
They look shit your pants terrifying.
That's what
That's
we want.
how we like our dinosaurs, people. Not
Very
fluffy
same.
and cuddly. We like them terrifying.
So they're trying to shoot the dinosaur and it smashes into the dome. It releases a load of pterodactyls.
Yeah.
I fly up. He has to like maneuver the helicopter out of the way, which causes the first guy to fall out. And then he's
Should have been wearing a
gun.
seatbelt.
Yep. Hold on to the gun, and a pterodactyl comes and takes him.
Yep.
Another one then smashes through the windscreen, just enough not to smash the helicopter, but to stab the other security guy in the chest through his bulletproof vest. Right.
Oh yeah, not pterosaur proof.
And then the helicopter's damaged at this point. It's smoking. It's got some flames, and Simon's character. Is it Simon's character or is he called Simon?
That's the character name.
Oh yeah, okay. Simon's then starts spinning out of control. Then rather than trying to control descent, he just smashes it into the top of the dome.
Well, he was probably trying to land on it.
Hits the ground and then explodes.
He'd probably not had that lesson yet.
What to do if it's crashing?
Yeah. Also, I think the reason the proper pilot's not there is because he made him sick at the beginning of the film when he's doing a fly thing. But they should have had more than one helicopter and plenty of people to pilot it, because they'd need a helicopter for like search and rescue and getting people to hospitals and stuff if they're out in in one of the enclosures and they like get a dicky tummy from eating bad burgers there. They sell burgers there,
I don't know what they sell. Let's go and find out what they sell.
Well, oh no, I think they've
hungry
probably
right
been closed. I think food hygiene is the least of their problems at this point.
Yeah, they should have gone out with a lot more helicopters. If they had 4, maybe 5, all with guns, they would have wasted that T-Rex.
Indominus.
It's called the Indominus Rex. That's why, and I keep thinking of Rex.
And they could have had like a Jeep as well with a Gatling gun on top.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have got there in time. Think how long the helicopter got there.
Just think of any mode of transport with a Gatling gun would have. When we run Jurassic, the next Jurassic World, just Gatling guns on everything.
They should have got those little spheres, the balls that the two kids go on then to the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Those with guns.
But yes, very useful.
Those would have been quite awesome.
Like movable turrets. They should have had them on tracks and stuff. Those ball things.
Nah,
to stop people
free
wandering
roaming was
off.
Awesome.
No.
Everyone likes a bit of free roam.
That was dangerous and silly. They would never get past health and safety. So
Bloody health and safety.
Be a better flyer and pay for more pilots and helicopters. He shouldn't have been flying.
His license.
He's 2 days away from retirement.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of those security guards could have flown the helicopter themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they served in like Iraq and stuff. They're trained soldiers. I'm pretty sure one of them was a helicopter pilot. Why not just have
that would have been
fly
useful, wouldn't it?
Yeah, bloody hell.
So yeah, do that. Spend better money on pilots and stuff.
Do you know what I would have done?
What?
I would have been like, screw the gun. I would have helicopter. I would have flown in over the Indominus Rex, and then I would have been like, time to dice this situation. Took the helicopter forward. My blades would have sliced it.
Okay, I'll give you a pass on the pun. Because
pretty sick, wasn't it?
It was okay.
Nice.
2, you would have got one blade through it before you lost complete control
That's
of the
alright. I would
helicopter.
have made it bleed out, baby. I would have taken it downtown.
It took quite a few
Uptown.
machine gun shots as well. So
But this is my helicopter we're talking about. I have spikes attached. I've got a customized helicopter.
so it's fine to have spikes on helicopter blades, but not on doors.
Yes, because that's ridiculous. God, live in the real world, Jack.
Oh dear.
Or what I would have done is I would have had a parachute. I would have set a helicopter up on like a crash course with the dinosaur, so it would have hit in full in the face, blade first. I would have jumped out and parachuted. Told the other guys just to stay there for a moment and just make sure the helicopter.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I'll be back, as Arnie does do in the new Terminator film. So that's what I would have done personally. I would have kamikazed the helicopter right into the dinosaur, but I would have jumped out first.
Yeah, especially when you see the guy's terrible aim.
Yeah, after I've seen him missing
I
the
don't
gun
trust
so
you.
bad, I'm like, oh,
I'll do it
terrible.
myself. Next death, Katie McGrath, who plays Zara Young, who's Bryce Dallas Howard's sort of secretary.
Oh my
type
god, she has
person.
the most. She is so unlucky.
She is really unlucky. So all the pterosaurs have escaped and they're
Just
running riot or flying riot over the park.
Can I quickly interject? Are they
No, go
pterodactyls
ahead.
or pterosaurs?
Same
I've
thing.
you've been calling pterosaurs. I've been calling them pterodactyls.
It doesn't matter.
Right. Okay. Go on.
Thanks for interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. In fact, I enjoy interrupting him. It makes me feel big and important in this small world of ours.
Flying dinosaurs running havoc everywhere, picking people up. It picks up Zara, but the pterosaur's not got a good grip, so she's dropped, and then she's grabbed by another one, and then that one drops her, this time into the mosasaur paddock, which is an aquatic dinosaur. So she's got a nice safe landing on water, yes? No, because the pterosaurs dive in like gulls to try and find her. One of them picks her up, flies her out of the water, and then the mosasaur jumps up and
It
eats
drops
both her and the pterosaur, and they're both eaten.
But it doesn't just pick her up once out of the water. It picks her up and then seems to drop her again.
Yeah.
And then picks her up. I think it picks her up at least 2 or 3 times before.
Yeah, the pterosaur makes a real hash out
Yeah,
of
it really
catching
can't
her.
carry them, can they?
Because they're a bit
terrible.
smaller than the pterosaurs that were in Jurassic Park 3. Because they picked up full-size people and they were fine and dropped them off to their kids to peck at. But these ones were slightly smaller, so they were probably having a rougher time. They wouldn't even have been able to eat a person. I know the ones with the slightly wider jaws would have been able to like smack on a person, but they couldn't have eaten a person whole.
No,
They've not got the mouths for it. I think they were just being greedy.
I think what they were doing is they dropped the person off and we just pecked at them.
Yeah, just
them
pecked
to
at their soft bits, like their eyes.
to take them. God, it's difficult to survive this.
Look
it was
out
truly
for
unlucky.
pterosaurs.
To be honest, she had a lot of She had not a lot of choices. No, I'm trying to think. I had a sentence formed in my head, but I can't think how to.
Would you
say
like
it
me
out
to
loud.
form a sentence?
It's difficult. No, hang on. Not a sentence, an idea. Sorry, formed in my head. But thinking about it now, it sounds stupid.
Well, say it. Most of the stuff you
Oi.
say.
No,
No,
'cause at first I said she's really unlucky, and then I was about to say she had loads of chances to survive when she kept getting dropped, and I thought,
no, because it
Actually,
would have
no.
definitely. She would have splattered on the ground.
yeah, I thought she was going to hit the ground at first. Like, when
Yeah.
she got dropped the first time, I thought, nah, here we go, she's going to die. Then she got caught, so I thought, oh, she might get dropped somewhere safe. When she got dropped in the water, that looked terrifying when she got dropped in for the first time, and it was just complete blue everywhere.
Yeah,
If that was me, I'd be shitting bricks at that point. I would be so
because that's
scared.
a deep paddock. That's
That
a
is-
deep pool.
Oh, that is fucking. Oh, it was massive. I would have been. I probably would have passed out from fear at that point. I reckon. I don't think I could have handled the stress of that. I mean, that was terrifying. I don't like heights how it is, so when I got picked up, I probably just lost consciousness
He's like,
anyway.
"Oh, dear." No, she should have been paying more attention to the sky. I know she was trying to rally these 2 kids back to the
fine, though.
thing.
They're looking after
Yeah.
themselves. They got away
Worry
scot
about
bloody
yourself.
free.
Yeah, they managed to survive the Indominus Rex and all the other crazy stuff that had gone on up until that point. They were fine. They're better at this survival stuff than we are. They should be doing this.
Yeah, I would like to personally invite both the actors that played those people onto the show, so we can
In fact, why
discuss-
don't they steal the concept of the show and do it themselves?
Because
They're-
nobody can do the show like us, Jack.
You mean badly?
You badly, me.
Thanks.
Mediocre, I would say.
Mm.
Not bad, but not great. You know what I would have done? The first pterodactyl, pterosaur, whatever you want to call it, that picked her up was holding by the shoulders, yeah?
Yeah, loosen the coat.
No.
Sluck,
I would have
sluck
grabbed
out
and
that.
held on to its onto its feet, so when it lost its grip on me, I wouldn't have fallen. And then
Surely
what I
you would
done,
want to escape from it
No,
as soon as
sir.
possible. So while it's just trying to pick you up, just slip out the coat, and then you'll be fine.
No, would not want to escape. What
You'd
I would
want
do
to be carried off to the
its
pterosaur's
nest.
lair.
No, as it would have lost its grip on me, I would have then climbed up its legs. I would have been like, "What's this, bitch? Tables have turned!" I would have been like swinging, throwing it off. I would have swung so much that it went upside down, right? At this point, I've now fallen, I've landed on its stomach, okay?
And it's falling
Hang
as
on.
well.
Nah, because it would have corrected itself. I'm holding to its stomach as it corrects itself, and then shimmy onto its back and become lord of the pterosaurs slash dactyls.
They're not. I just said
I
they're
would have
not
then
that
taken-
big. You'd probably
would've-
weigh it down.
Nah, I would have fine. Taken my coat off, put it through its mouth, and then use that as a harness. Flown down, picked up the two kids, flown off to my secret lair.
So you think this pterosaur could have carried not just you on its back, but two additional children
Yes,
when it's struggling at first to pick you up?
yes, because I've helped it.
Do what?
I don't know, but I'm giving it the
What?
encouragement.
You've
I'm holding.
just really irritated.
I'm
it.
holding a loaded gun to its head. I'm giving it the extra encouragement it needs to get off its.
I'm
bony
flabbergasted
arse.
by the ridiculousness of that
Or
scenario.
what I would have done when I landed in the water, I would have been like, right, I've survived Jaws like this. Do you recall in the Jaws episodes how I spoke about the shark coming up underneath me and I would have gone up on its mouth?
Yeah,
Same thing as the what's it called?
pterodactyl or whatever. Although
No,
the
big fish
mosasaur.
one. Mosasaur. As the mosasaur would have came up, I would have been like, don't worry, I've done this before, lads.
Well, you're too busy trying to fight off the.
Well, no, I was in
Pterodactyl.
a pterodactyl's mouth at this point. No, I wasn't.
So you're about to be picked up and flown away
That's
with
it.
it.
So as it picked me up, I would have seen it come underneath me. I'd have been like, "Oh no, switcheroo!" Probably when I've said that, I was sort of something
Switcheroo.
cooler in the moment. I would have swung my body weight because I was on its feet at this point. Thus, for spinning upside down again, right?
Mm.
So the pterodactyl would have been eaten first. I would have dislodged and would have like split onto its mouth. So as it goes up,
Then its mouth is huge.
okay, I would have been laid full out. Hands
You're
on one end, feet on the other
definitely
end.
dead.
I'm definitely not dead.
You're definitely
Because it respects me and my
eaten.
personal space.
No.
It's
It's eaten you.
I would have had
No.
hang on.
Don't
would've
say
made-
handgun.
I would have made I would have put a foul taste into its mouth so it spits me out.
No, you're dead.
Fecal matter.
No.
Yes.
You're
All right,
you're
how would you
so
survive it then?
dead. I've said slip out of the pterosaur's grip.
Oh yeah, it all seems too easy though.
That's because it is.
I like
and
a
it's
bit
the
of challenge.
simplest
I like
way
a bit of challenge in my
to
survival.
survive that situation. You're so dead. You're being digested in the. It doesn't actually chew on her, so she might have been able to slip through the digestive system.
What, I mean, shat out
Unpacked.
into the water and eaten again.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Okay.
but that's how your one would have ended. Oh dear. InGen then get involved, and they're led by Vincent D'Onofrio's character Vic, but for simplicity, we'll just call him Kingpin, because that's
like
what we
it.
know and love him as.
Yes.
So he takes over trying to contain the Indominus Rex, and he sends his InGen team out with the raptors that Chris Pratt's character has been training. Again, Henry could have told them that the Indominus Rex was part raptor, and then that would have definitely helped them inform their decision. Yeah, let's not take the raptors to this fight, because the dinosaur will probably be smart enough to realise, oh look, I can talk to these guys. Let's be friends and eat the other guys.
Yeah.
So again, this is Henry's fault.
yeah. Well, basically what you said then, Henry's fault. 'Cause
We
they-
blame Henry Wu for everything.
They take the 4 raptors and they take Chris Pratt and they take Chris Pratt's friend who was also helping train the raptors.
Yeah,
Don't they? And the plan was to use the raptors to attack
to
and
hunt it
kill this
down.
thing.
While the raptors are dealing or distracting it, they'll shoot.
Yeah, shoot. Like you said, when they get to it, the raptors start talking to it. The classic sounds. I remember that in the first film, how they make the sounds of raptors, brilliant. And then, like you said, the raptors sort of turn on everybody. They turn on Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
But then they go back to him later on in the film.
Yeah, when he shows that he is the alpha.
The alpha male, as he puts it.
Mm.
A lot of them get killed, don't they?
Yeah, they're picked off by the raptors and the Indominus Rex.
What I would have done, because the raptors had cameras on, though, so surely the command center would have been like looking at what the raptors could see and be like, all right, you got one coming up on your left now, you got one coming up behind you right now.
Run away.
Yeah, because they all had cameras on, including the raptors, and the command center could see all of it.
Yeah.
Right, so the command center even shows the view from the raptor's camera as it kills somebody, so you can see who it's going to attack. Just tell that person you've got a raptor coming up on your left. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
I also think that their failsafe. We mentioned that the Indominus Rex scratches out its tracking implement, which is also meant to shock the dinosaur if it approaches a perimeter fence.
Yes.
I think they should have had something like that, but remote, not having to wait for it to go to wherever. Just have a remote shocking thing, so you'd paralyze it without it having to go somewhere it's not meant to. So that would have helped in restraining the raptors as well.
Yeah, restraining the raptors, because they weren't obviously not smart enough to cut it out of themselves. So, I mean, would they have even had those in them though?
Yeah, definitely, because they
don't...
need to know where they are. They've done it with most of them, I think.
Right. Okay. Another thing. Stay in the group as well. Don't split up. Like
fight back to back.
A lot of them. Yeah, exactly. Back to back with your guns. I would have been perfect.
As you slowly back away towards the car.
Yeah. Some of them do survive.
I go, who's got the keys? Steve's got the keys.
Where's Steve? Well, that's his foot hanging out of the thing's mouth.
He's dead.
Yeah. There's another thing. When I would have been, crouching down, and then all the raptors turned around and faced, didn't they? They all turned and faced them. At that point, I would have been like, fuck this, turn around and run back. You can fire me. I'm fine with being fired from this position. I really don't want this job.
Also, they open fire with machine guns first.
Should've
and there's
used
a guy with a
launchers
rocket
first.
launcher. Yeah. Open with the rocket launcher.
Because that does hit the...
And that definitely
the
scares
hits a
off
hybrid,
the... Yeah,
doesn't
and
it? 'Cause
scares
knocks
it off.
over.
And they kill a raptor with it.
Yeah, that's overkill.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Pratt has locked eyes with this raptor. It's not going to attack him because it's saw. Even though it's got the
raptor's
alpha
just
male.
looking at him going, do you want some of this? He's really tasty, this security guard.
That's it, and then he gets blown to smithereens. It's a direct hit. Hang on, if they shot from that far away and they got a direct hit on a raptor, why the fuck could a guy who was not closer get a direct hit on a massive bloody hybrid dinosaur?
He's a terrible shot.
Well, evidently he wasn't the person that shot the raptor either, was he?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, he was so off of that shot.
He missed. He hit mostly trees.
Should have hidden some trunks like Chris Pratt's friend did. He
tree
hid,
trunk.
Yeah, hid into the tree trunk, didn't he? That's what I would have done. Back to back, hide in the trunk, and then shimmy, 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 shimmy to your vehicles.
And then drive away like a madman.
And then leave some people behind as bait. You must make the sacrifices, but bribe their families so they don't know what happened.
Kingpin's death now. So Vincent D'Onofrio, he's shipping out all the embryos because his grand plan, his grand scheme, was to weaponize raptors and use them in combat.
Yes.
So he gets Henry Wu off. We mentioned get him off because he's chief scientist, and take the embryos. And a raptor sneaks into the labs.
Do you know which one it was? Was it Blue?
Oh, it could have been Blue.
Because the raptors all have names. Blue, Charlie, Delta, and Echo.
Yeah. So one of them sneaks in, and Vic's like, "Yo, be cool, man. Be cool. Keep it real."
It does hesitate for a moment, doesn't it? Don't know whether it's just toying with him or whether it recognised the hand gesture that Chris Pratt uses, because
it might have done, yeah.
Stop, yeah.
And then it's just.
But I think it was just toying with him. Yeah, it bites him on the hand, and then he falls down, and then
and that gives time for Chris Pratt and his crew to run away.
Now, Chris Pratt could have shot the raptor in the back of the head of his gun,
but he didn't want to.
I know he didn't want to. I'm just saying he could have.
Mm.
I was actually, when I watched that scene, I was already thinking a way I could survive that.
Okay, go on. Headbutt it in true Kingpin style.
Well, he's got his hand out, hasn't he? And the raptor's stops for a moment, perhaps being a bit cautious when it's looking at his hand, yeah? I would have just, with my other hand, I would have swung. I would have punched it, yeah. My other hand would have come up so quickly, I would have smacked it straight across the face. Wouldn't have knocked it out, but
yeah,
I would have
$1 million
thrown it off
question. Could you knock out a raptor in one punch?
No.
I mean, Vincent D'Onofrio probably could, because he's a pretty strong guy, but you're a bit weedy.
Cheers. No, I don't.
Oh,
think I would've
I'm even weedier.
yeah,
I would have broken my hand trying to punch it.
I would have punched. Probably not knocked out, but I would have knocked it over, and I would have just turned legs. That's another thing. If he's because they go in there, don't they? And before they see him, they see all of these men in there uploading the embryos.
Yeah.
That's only
Why
like
did none of them warn
I know, it's
him?
only 20 seconds later when he's trying to give his speech, the raptor turns up. Where the hell did all these men go?
I know, right? Pay your guards to be with you at all times.
Well, yeah.
Dinosaurs are running around. There's
Why didn't you have a
pterosaurs
gun?
in the air. Mosasaurs in the sea. Raptors in the labs.
He had a knife, didn't he? Because it shows him.
Yeah, I think most of the people that work at the park that are dealing with the dinosaurs have a knife on the back, so he could have used that.
Exactly. I would have punched the dinosaur, and then as it recovers, my other hand would have got the knife out. I would have been like, as it jumped towards me, I would have fallen backwards while holding up the knife so it lands on it. I would have dug it straight in. My other hand would have gone up around its neck to stop its head coming down, and I would have just sliced this bitch open.
Or we come back to this. He could have just been a nicer person and not tried to use them as weapons, because they would have still been in their paddock if he'd not unleashed them. So
yeah, that's true as well.
be nicer.
Oh, fuck, be nicer.
Be nicer. Don't try to create
You had a
biological
knife when you
raptor
used the knife.
weapons.
You should, as soon as the dinosaurs started escaping, you should have got a gun. Your men had guns. They were 20 seconds away. They didn't come and help you. You must have been. What was he doing to his men? They were like, fuck this, we're not going to help him.
Yeah. Well, he could have ordered just one of them to stick with him, but he
Yeah,
didn't,
I know. I mean,
so,
come on, man.
oh well, he'll learn that for next time. Oh wait, there won't be a next time.
there won't be a next time. No.
Sorry,
sir.
Vic. Last Death is... I'm probably going to undersell it. The epic showdown between the Indominus Rex, a raptor, a T-Rex, and a mosasaur. I have one sentence for you, Chris. Raptor riding a T-Rex.
Yeah, I saw that. That was so cool. So basically, they have 3 raptors at this point because one's blown up, and they're trying to fight the because the raptors are now on Chris Pratt's sides again.
Because he's the alpha.
And they're trying to fight the hybrid, and 2 of them get taken out of action, as it were.
Yeah.
And Claire runs off and to paddock 9, and the door opens, and it's a T-Rex.
Yeah.
And she gets a red flare out. Nice shout out to the first film. So the T-Rex follows her. She then runs back to where the hybrid's fighting this one raptor, and throws the flare. And then they
at
start
the
fighting.
dinosaur,
That's
and
it.
then they go at it.
They go at it. The T-Rex gets the shit kicked into it to begin with. I mean, gets absolutely annihilated.
Yeah.
All because the T-Rex, the hybrid's bigger, and it can also use its arms. So the T-Rex hasn't got that. So, and then what happens is one raptor turns out to have survived and comes along and starts fighting, jumping on the hybrid.
I think that one's blue. That's still standing.
And then what's great about that is at one point, as they're fighting, the raptor is on the back of the T-Rex. It
was on the
watching.
Indominus Rex, and then hops off as it's trying to claw at it. Hops off onto the T-Rex
and uses that as a platform to then jump back onto it.
Yeah, and what they do is they back it up to the mosasaur paddock, because they're a team, they're a unit, and they fight it off, bash it against the enclosure. Indominus Rex stands up, gives it a roar, which attracts the mosasaur, which jumps out killer whale style, and drags it into the water. And
drowns it, slashes.
And then the T-Rex and the raptor have a eye-to-eye moment.
Yeah,
they high five and then they go their separate ways.
They don't high five. It would be great if they'd done that. A T-Rex just went and just bit the raptor.
You pricks! I hate you.
I was almost expecting.
I have these scars because of you.
I was almost expecting that. After the T-Rex left and the raptor turns around and looks at Chris Pratt. I was almost thinking, oh my god, are they actually gonna have like the raptor nod its head or something?
Yeah.
I generally thought that was gonna happen.
Thumbs up.
Then obviously Chris Pratt shakes his head at it. I don't know why, and the raptor runs off. Why? Who would you think? What do you want to talk about? How you would survive as the hybrid?
I don't want to survive as a hybrid because
So why are we talking about this then?
That's a sick scene. I just wanted to bring it up.
Oh, you just
it's
want to
a
bring
good
it up.
scene.
It was a quite a good fight. How the other 2 raptors in it die. One sort of gets bit and ripped up, and the other one gets thrown straight into his kitchen and burns instantly.
It's thrown on the Barbie.
It is, quite literally, and it goes up in flames. So it must have been so dry. Like it just went up in flames.
It was probably
away.
just like on the cooker or something, and the waft from it getting Someone left the cooker on. See, this
Someone
is why Jurassic World has a poor food hygiene rating.
What?
Terrible. It's not been cleaned, but yeah, it's thrown on and
just goes
bursts
over
into flames.
So that's a pretty good scene. Yeah, good fight scene.
Well done, Jurassic World.
Jolly good. Yes, well done, Jurassic World.
You've earned a watch it.
You've earned a watch it
from us. To be fair,
it's the highest recognition you could achieve.
We've done watch it for every film we've reviewed so far. I don't know whether that's because I just wouldn't go and watch a film that I wasn't interested in. We might be slightly biased.
Maybe, but what are you gonna do?
So that brings us to the end of Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Poignant moment. T-Rexes and raptors high-fiving. If you want to share your thoughts on that film, you can send them to us at wecouldssurvivethat@gmail.com. Tweet them at us at wecouldssurvive. Follow us on Twitter and on Podomatic. Subscribe, leave us a review or a comment.
We've also got the YouTube channels up and running.
Yeah, leave us a comment there. Subscribe there for the whole collection of our ramblings.
Yes,
over the past couple of months. Yes, so we're there. So drop us a comment. We'll probably read it. Maybe give you a shout out. Even if you're on there just to throw abuse at us, which we probably deserve. Yeah, all feedback welcome. So
I don't want the abuse, but yeah, go for it if you really must.
Yeah. So that's it. Chris, smooth outro.
Okay, you have been listening to We Could Survive That, your weekly survivor guide to the movies. Thank you for surviving Jurassic World with us. We'll see you next week. Until then, don't become extinct.
Exactly. Goodbye.
Goodbye.